Okay, let's take a quiz over what you've learned in this lesson. So number 1, name one type of sediment. So a sediment could be pieces of rock, it could be shells, or it could be chemicals that have been precipitated out of water to form crystals. Number 2, when water freezes, what happens to its volume? It's going to increase, it's going to expand, and then we found out that that was one method for breaking open a rock. Number 3, in which climate would the rate of chemical weathering likely be the highest? So chemical reactions take place the best in liquids. So we would want to have a moist environment, and then also chemical reactions occur faster when you raise the temperature. So we want to have a warm and moist environment. Number 4, which tough mineral is most likely to survive extensive chemical weathering and form sand grains on beaches or sand dunes? So number A, or letter A, is definitely out because clay is washed away very easily. Now feldspar is a tough mineral, so it is hard, but the problem is feldspar is going to weather and eventually it's going to turn into clay. Olivine is going to be, again, a tough mineral, but it is going to, again, weather and turn into clays. So it's going to be quartz. So when you go to a beach, most of those things that you find on the beach are going to be quartz sand grains. Number 5, which layer of soil is the most important in farming? So that's going to be the topsoil. So the topsoil contains the O layer, which is the organic material, and then it's also going to contain the A layer, which is that organic material mixed with minerals to make humus. Number 6, the rate of weathering is influenced by climate, mineral composition, number of joints, or is it all of the above? And the answer is all of the above. So the climate is going to cause the moisture and the temperature. The mineral composition is going to determine what minerals do you end up with. And then the number of joints, well, that's going to cause an increased surface area, which is going to cause increased chemical weathering. Name one way that soil is being destroyed. So if we go back up to this one, so the human impact on soil, we said that you could have overgrazing, you could have erosion, you could have clear cutting, and you could have pollution. So these were all ways in which humans have been affecting the amount of soil that we've got. Number 8, name one way that the soil can be conserved. Okay, so if we go back up to this slide one more time, we talked about that you could cover the soil after the harvest. We said that you could, instead of using a machine that's going to break up the soil, instead of tilling the soil, you can just plant directly into the soil. You could also have terraces, is going to cut down on the amount of erosion. You could have windbreaks that are going to cut down on the amount of erosion caused by wind, and then you can replace the amount of carbon in the organic material by putting manure or worms into it. All right, so that's it. So in our next lesson, we're going to talk about what happens when you take the sediments and you turn them into a rock. And that's going to end up being a sedimentary rock. So I will see you then.